At tonight's Monday Night Dice, hosted by Smugglers Run Gaming, all players were encouraged to use the Allies of Necessity plot. Please enjoy. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Dice Commando for round 2 of Allies of Necessity Night at Smugglers Run Gaming. On our left we have Nathaniel. He's playing Elite Kylo Ren, Sentinel Messenger, and a First Order Stormtrooper. And on our right we have Victor. He's playing Elite Beckett, Nute Gunray, and Wat Tambor. He's on the Salt Flats, and Weta Palace is what Nathaniel is on. So Nathaniel gets a 4, and so it's 4-2, so it'll be Nathaniel's choice. See if he plays on Weta. So he does go with Weta, so 2 shields will go on to Victor's side. Now, do you remember, neither of these guys, so both of these guys are following the tournament guidelines, and they're playing Allies of Necessity. So they'll both have to lose their money and discard a card. Oh, okay, so isolate, and then I think it's a route that he dropped, and then he's probing. So he sees a conscript, lose 1 more. That's kind of a brutal opening if he'd hit. Okay, but it goes back to Victor now, or goes to Victor now for his first action of the game. Okay, so he's going to roll in Beckett. So do you remember the power action on Beckett is both players gain $1. The special on Beckett is steal a resource from an opponent. If the opponent has no resources, gain $1. That's pretty massively huge for Victor right there, if he can somehow truce or something. Alright, Trooper comes in with a 2-for-1. Alright, yep, so there's the play. There's a truce into the Beckett special. So Victor will get 2 resources. Nicely done, sir. Oh, yeah, it's actually a net 3, right? Because he gets the 1 from truce and then the 2 from the Beckett special. So, alright, so Sentinel Messenger rolls in with $1. He'll look at the top card of his deck and decide not to play it. It was a treasured lightsaber, which he can't afford right now. So we do know that from a Kylo standpoint that there's 1 red, the conscript squad, in his head, or in his hand, sorry. So let's see what he plays here. So there's a power action Wat. Alright, so there's the conscript that'll come in without exhausting. That's Wat's power action. It's a +2, which of course goes nicely with the Beckett 2. Kylo will come in, calls yellow. Oh, it's a riot shield. He misses. Does roll a 2 melee and a blank. Alright, Victor's action here. Alright, what they're doing is they're taking the 2 shields. They just realized they didn't take shields for the start. It's perfectly fine. No damage has been dealt. Alright, it's Victor's action here. Right, so he'll pay 1 for the riot shield onto Beckett. Blocks 2 damage because he's not a trooper. Alright, there's 1 resource. Alright, 4 guns into Kylo. He has 8 health remaining. Oh, interesting. Nathaniel had a doubt. That might have been the right play on the Beckett. Alright, there's a pitch to reroll for a disrupt and a blank. Alright, you're going to roll in Nute with a 1 focus. Not bad. Alright, disrupts his resource with Kylo's die. Back to Victor. Right, in comes Wat. with a 1 focus. Alright, 2 on to Nute. So Nute's always that frustrating guy, right? Because during the upkeep, you either have to take 1 less dollar or mill 2 cards from the top of your deck. And here comes a conscript. So there's it gets the 1 gun, so he'll be able to do 2 total damage this round, or for the remainder of this round. Nathaniel probably just claims and puts himself in the money. Doubting the conscript card is not a horrible idea. Yep, that's what he's going to do. See what it rolls. Gets the +2, so it is removed. Yep. I bet Victor claims the money is worth way more than the indirect. Okay, but he flips. He's going to go to the indirect. Nope, he's going to go to money. Oh. Okay, so that'll allow Nathaniel then to get the money, but Victor takes it now, so he'll go in with 3. So right now they're having the Nute discussion right now is what's going on. So in the meantime, let's catch up on Weeda Palace, right? So it's claim, place a resource on this battlefield, power action, take all resources off of this battlefield. So because he's claimed, he put 1 on, and then next turn he can get the 1 resource, is what I was saying earlier. So if Victor had claimed he'd actually had access to that resource and not Nathaniel, which I think might have been the optimal play, because Nathaniel does have 3 dice with pay sides just on his characters. Yep, so what he did not mill, so he only gained 1, so he's at 2 because he had 1 from the previous round, and then he will have access to 1 additional dollar via the power action. Okay, but he's going to spend 1 for a Torment on Kylo, which will earn him money. It's not bad. So when Kylo takes damage, Torment can be exhausted to gain 1 resource. All right, Victor's action. He's thinking it here over here, but it's Victor's action. Okay, pay 1 for make demands. So yeah, so spot a leader to make your opponent either give you a resource or deal 2 damage. And he chooses Kylo, so he actually takes the 2 damage, and then that allows him to gain a dollar via Torment. There's a big table bump there. Alright, 1's for binds. So we do know he has the treasured lightsaber in his hand. Just moving the power action off of Watt from the last round, right? Beckett comes in first with the 3 for 1 and the 2. Alright, binds to crossguard onto Nute. Unfortunately, if that conscript rolls anything, he's going to lose that investment. I can't see Victor not rolling in the conscript here just for options. No, he does not. He goes 1 for 5 into Kylo. Wonder what else he has up his sleeve here. Alright, Kylo's coming in. Alright, 2 for 1, a blank, and a money, it looks like. And he'll call... I think he's thinking what to call. Nope, did not do the Kylo call. So, okay, Watt. Alright, takes 1 money. Watt had gotten his focus. Alright, Nute's going to roll in. Nute gets his 2 disrupt, which isn't going to hugely matter. There was a die bump, that's why he was flipping. That's the only reason. It's still on the focus. That was the right thing to do. So he's going to pay to hit here. He's going to have to. Yep, 2 more into Nute. Nute's just soaking up the damage. That's really his job. He's just the annoying guy supposed to basically be a meat shield, plus provide potential disruption. So he's doing his job. Right, focus to a resource. Trooper comes in with a 1 resource. Victor takes the resource from Nute. Okay, as does Nathaniel take his resource from the First Order Stormtrooper. Again, he has access to the Weta dollar. Okay, power action. So everybody gains $1. That's on the Beckett power action. All right, 2 for Senate Chamber. Can we go to a special? Special on the crossguard, that is. So the special on the crossguard is deal 2 damage. If the opponent has shields, then it actually deals 1 more. Alright, so there's 3 for an entourage, and then Victor will get to tutor his deck, search his deck for a scoundrel. And he had Watt power action that, so it comes in with the indirect. We did not tutor there, so Senate Chamber came in with the 2 focus. But the power action on the Senate Chamber is remove a die to turn another die to any side. So we knew that no matter what that Senate Chamber rolled, he was going to have access to the special. Alright, Conscript Squad comes in with a blank. Messenger comes in with a 1 focus. And then we'll get to look at the top of his deck. He has no money, so highly unlikely. He does need to not forget the Weta Palace power action. Although I suppose if he can stay faster, then I guess that advantage is there. But right, Victor's going to pitch to reroll. It's a disrupt, and I believe it's a +2. It is. All right, there's a power action to focus, or sorry, no, it's not power action. It's a 2 focus into the 2 melee and the +2 melee. Oh, the 1 melee. Do you remember that crossguard special is worth 2 at a minimum? So, all right, there's a pitch to reroll. Gets a 1. That's enough to kill Kylo. All right, that's a dead Nute. Yep, only 8 health, so he's dead. There we go. And then Kylo's going to get killed right back. None of that has redeploy, so it puts Nathaniel right back to where he was, minus the Senate Chamber and the binds. Alright, so Nathaniel claims, puts another $1 on Weta. And then the disrupt will get resolved just to get it out of the pool. Entourage gets to roll in. That is the 2 indirects. 1 goes on each, and we'll go into the next round. So, alright, so Nathaniel now gets his full money for the turn because Nute is down, and he does not have to worry about milling. Victor not tutoring on that last, or on the entourage, may be significant. However, what we have, 15, 13 health remaining versus way more on Victor's side. So Victor's definitely in the lead. He's got the guns out with the entourage. Alright, there's one for the riot shield onto the First Order Stormtrooper, which is of course a trooper, so that absorbs up to 3. Alright, here comes Beckett. 2 die, gets a special and a 3 for 1. Beckett's been doing his job this game, that is for sure. Alright, there's the power action for Weta, so he'll gain the $2. Back to Victor. It makes sense, so the Beckett special gets resolved, taking a resource and letting Victor gain. So there's 2 with binds, remaking it just 1 for the treasured. It pays 1, there we go. I do remember Nathaniel got to draw a card for that. Back to Victor. Right, there's a power action for Watt to drop the other entourage for 1, 2, 3, and it will roll in. Alright, gets the 2 money. Alright, Sentinel rolls in with a plus melee and a focus. He'll look at the top card of his deck. Thinking about it. No, he does not. I can't see not just taking that money on Victor's side. It seems pretty good. Yep, absolutely. Alright, there's the Senate chamber. Gets a blank. But remember, it can still power action remove a die, being itself, if it must, to flip to another side. So looking at potential 3 on the Sentinel with the plus 1. Victor's action here. He's thinking it over. I think he's considering whether to just pop the riot shield. So Victor has 3 scoundrels on the table, which makes the entourage special worth 3. Alright, so he's going to roll in Watt. He's hoping for focus. Gets a 1 indirect, not the end of the world, but was definitely hoping for focus to set his entourages up. Alright, there comes a trooper with a 1 money. I'd imagine Victor's going to want to roll in his conscript here just to try to pair something. Yep, that's exactly what he does. Nicely done. Gets a blank. I'm thinking he's going to probably re-roll that Watt die anyway, so that 2 focus is really what you want, because he could almost just finish this off right here. Assuming, of course, Nathaniel can't control, but he probably can. Right, so there's a discard to re-roll, keeps the focus, pitches, goes for everything else. There's the discard, and then right back to the plus 1. So probably do it again. I would think he'd want to do the First Order Stormtrooper as well. But it's Victor's action now. Okay, entourage. Alright, there's some indirect. Nathaniel's got a pitch to re-roll here. He's got to get back ahead. Alright, so he's just going to focus the special. Alright, so Victor's action just rolls in his other entourage. Alright, so let's make sure we track and keep those separate. Alright, so the one on the top is the one on the bottom. Either way you look at it. Alright, so 2 to Watt, and it's unblockable, so it goes through that shield, putting him at 2 damage, which is 7 health remaining. Alright, so there's the pitch to reroll as expected. Alright, he's going to lead. Oh, he's picking up all the entourages. So it should technically be rolled separately, but we all know that what's going, like, at this point, if they get removed, he can just choose which one to kill, right? So, not the end of the world. Alright, but he does. The big win is he gets a +2 on the conscript. So he's looking at 5 damage right now. So Nathaniel's going to have to control that base side. Alright, he takes $1, so he's just going to have to eat it. Unless Victor has something else in his hand, he's got to just shoot here, right? Get it off the table. Yep, that's what he's going to do. Alright, 5 in the messenger. Puts him at 2 health remaining. Alright, Kylo's fighter for 2 on Nathaniel's side. Back to Victor. Alright, Victor's action here. Alright, pays 1 for Fickle. Kylo Starfighter comes in. It's a shield. Here comes Fickle. Okay, gets a base 2. Alright, takes a shield, protects the messenger for now, but does Victor re-roll? I think he does. I think he pitches to re-roll both Watt and the entourage blank, right? Nope, just the blank. Nope, you get some more indirect. So there's 8 damage on the table. Alright, so discards last card, Mega Blasters. Not a bad discard, but I think it's going to be too little too late. Yep, so there's 6 indirect. So it takes 3 on the shield, assigning 3. Alright, 4, and then probably 2 more into the Faust. Yep, 2 more into the Faust. Alright. Oh, and then he's going to Sinister Piece to save the messenger for this turn at least. Alright, so Victor's going to claim. Makes sense. Gets to put a resource on Weta. And, yep, this is probably going to be it. We'll see if Victor starts with the entourages. So we are at about 23 minutes of play right now, so we should be able to finish well before time. Alright, but Victor gets us started here. Beckett's been rolling like he's hot, so let's see if he can keep that trend up. Actually, that's probably his opening move, is Beckett. Yep, it's what he does. And Beckett's trend continues. So we do see another doubt. It's $2 for control. Alright, he's going to best defense, take them both. The first order still kicking, but that puts him at only 3 health remaining on the table. Alright, back to Victor. Time to just roll in an entourage. It's the money. It's the resources. All right, back to Nathaniel. Probe. And it supports an upgrade, so no cards get discarded. Back to Victor, who's just going to keep rolling in, I would imagine, here. This is one of those, if you have the kill, you got to take it scenarios. All right, gets 2 resources again on the other entourage. All right, squad tactics to activate both his characters at the same time. Any number of non-uniques at the same time. Both of them come in. That does work. There's a focus, a 2-gun, and a blank. And then he'll look at the top card. It's a logistics, but he will not play it because there are no resources showing. And back to Victor. All right, power action, Watt for a hired muscle. She's going to continue to build board state here. All right, there's a dead character. Because he can pay for it for certain. All right, there's a doubt. Oh, gets it. All right, so that's 3 because he can pay for it. All right, so dead Sentinel. And then he just needs 1 more from any source. So it is... Nope, it was Victor's action, because that was a doubt. Alright, hired muscle. Disrupt. Right, yep, paying the 2, so 1 net through the shields, puts him at 6 health remaining, Watt that being. Alright, Victor's action here. Just needs to keep rolling in. Putting the pressure on. Alright, okay, there's just a pitch to re-roll. Alright, there's some damage. Is that it? Alright, so yep, power actions remove the Senate die as per the Senate power action. Flip the entourage to its disrupt. Now that does have a blank. Alright, takes 2 resources. Alright, activates the fighter for a blank. 1 card left in hand for reroll. Goes back to Victor. Another hired muscle, just keeps putting on the pressure. Alright, there's a special. So the Catalyst special, you get to choose a color and look at an opponent's hand and deal indirect to that player equal to the number of cards of that color. So let's see if he chooses correctly. Oh, he's calling yellow. Oh, he gets it. So it's 1. 1 indirect. Takes a shield off of Beckett. Alright, pitch to re-roll. There it is. Alright, nicely done, Victor. Takes round 2. If you like what we're doing here on the Dice Commando channel, please show your support with a like and a subscribe. Please remember to keep all comments civil and constructive and to help us continue to grow this amazing community. Thank you for watching Dice Commando.